The session that you're about to see was videotaped in mid-June 1987. Mark was one of 4 clients whom Richard saw that day. The other 3 were also in the room observing Richard while he worked.
Okay, so what's your name?
Mark.
Okay, Mark. What are you doing here? What can I do for you?
Well, I seem to avoid marriage. I seem to avoid getting into real intimate relationships.
Me too. So what's the problem?
The problem is that's not what I wanted.
Oh, okay. It's not what you want. Okay, how do you do this then?
I tend to avoid girls that I'm attracted to.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. You have what do? You see a woman you're attracted to, and a little voice inside your head goes, "Wrong!"
That's right. It says, "Hey, don't let her see you, and just stay away from her."
Don't let her see you, and just stay away. I mean, you have to excuse me. This is just not my natural instinct.
That's
my
it's
natural.
Not normal.
Well, no, it's not as abnormal as you think. But I mean, you got to kind of give me a hint. Like you're just sitting in some place and you see a pretty girl, and this voice starts telling you to hide, just like that.
Yeah, it just sort of says, "Well, don't make yourself noticed to her." You know.
Do you make pictures of what would happen if you did, or something? I mean,
well, it's not just not being noticed, but I mean, don't go up and talk to her, or.
Yeah. Is there just a voice that does this, or do you have pictures too?
It's more feelings. I get an anxious feeling.
Well, you get an anxious feeling, yeah. I can imagine if I said that to myself, I would too. But I was just curious where this comes from. I mean, is it just you're just walking along, and the first pretty girl you see, you tell yourself to avoid her?
Well, I get a mixed message. I go, "Yeah, I'd like to meet her," and then I go, "No."
Okay, all right. Why do you tell yourself no? Why don't you tell yourself yes? So I hear a little voice inside my head that goes like that. You know, I pull out my sword, this, you know. So, I mean, obviously you don't have the same response that I do.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
I would like that, though. I mean, I would like to, you know, I would like instead of withdrawing.
Are you afraid of being rejected or something? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, that's half the fun of it. Well, see, I always figure if I flirt with a lady and she gets uptight, I still get to have had fun. You know.
Yeah, that's a good attitude.
Well, it's very functional. I mean, you figure, you know, if you flirt as much as I do, I mean, just statistically, you know, the odds are in my favor of, you know, I mean, I figure for, you know, the normal guy might flirt with 2 or 3 girls in a day. I flirt with 200 or 300. I'm bound to meet more than they are. You know, I've sort of adopted that in high school. I wasn't a very attractive teenager, but I just did it by sheer statistics. You know. So I mean, is it a particular type of woman that you're attracted to, or something that where you give yourself mixed messages? And, I mean, what's the why not go talk to them? What would happen if you went up and said, you know, what was your name again, Mark?
Mark. Yeah.
Walk up and said, "Hi, my name's Mark. I'd like to get to know you. You seem like a beautiful, attractive, luscious woman."
I would probably just get up there and just stutter, you know, or...
They don't like that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I mean, what's the problem?
I would be nervous.
Okay, well, how do you make...
like that.
All right, let's say I had to fill in for you, okay? Let's say tonight, right, in the little disco downstairs, you got to be me, right, but I had to be you, okay?
Yeah.
All right, what would I do to make myself nervous? In other words, I'm sitting there, I'm sitting at a table. I look over, here's this beautiful woman. Now, what can I do to make myself nervous? See, I start drooling out of the corner of my mouth, you know. I wipe that off, but...
Well, you'd have to decide that she wasn't going to be interested in you. And that you would just be nervous.
Do you make a picture of walking up and her turning around and saying, "Get away from me, scum"? I mean, what do you do? How do you make this decision? See, if I'm going to fill in for you, say, then you get to fill in for me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I do if you tell me what you do.
Okay. Well...
Interested?
Yeah, I'd like to. I'd love to switch.
Oh, good. Well, we'll see if we can't make some arrangements here. Now, so what do you do in order to make yourself nervous? See, I'm going to have to fill in for you tonight.
I just start thinking that she'll think I'm...
Do you say this, or do you make pictures?
I talk
You do both, or what?
Yeah, I mostly talk to myself, I guess.
Okay, you talk to yourself. Okay. All right. All right. What would I say to myself to make myself nervous? All right. Here, I look over here. I see this beautiful woman. What do I do to make myself nervous?
I say...
No, me. I'm going to do this now. Okay.
Okay.
Tell me what to do. So you got to be my director now. You got to be able to tell me how to do this enough that I can make myself nervous. This is going to be a challenge too.
Okay.
But if I do the same thing you do, it'll make me nervous too.
Okay.
All right? So you have to give me the details of it.
All right. Start thinking to yourself.
Okay. All right. So I say to myself what?
If I go up and ask her to dance or whatever,
yeah,
or introduce myself to her, she'll think I'm a nerd, think I'm stupid.
So I go inside and I go, if I go up and ask her to dance, she's going to think I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's going to think I'm boring.
She's going to think I'm boring.
And nervous type.
And
not a lot of fun to be around,
Nervous type.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Not a lot of fun to be around. Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah.
You can do that and it makes you nervous? I just tried it. It didn't make me nervous. I have a voice that says, so what?
Yeah, I don't have that voice. I have a voice that says you're bad.
What?
I have a voice that says you're bad.
You're bad?
Yeah, you're not good enough.
You're not good enough.
Yeah.
You believe this?
Yeah.
Oh.
If she doesn't think I am, then I'm not,
If she doesn't think... Slow down here. She doesn't think what?
That I'm good enough to get to know. Or to continue knowing me once she gets to know me.
I can see what we have here. You do need some of my internal dialogue. Okay, let's start with something. Okay, now, you believe this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, you got any pictures to go with your beliefs? Because, see, I can see you making pictures.
Yeah, I can see their faces.
Okay, you see their face?
Rejection on their face.
So you see rejection on their face while you do this, too.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself in the picture?
No.
Or just their face?
Yeah.
Okay. Try something for me. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to instead, I want you to see the same face, okay, only I want you to see it pleasantly. You go up and you say, would you like to dance? I want you to hear your voice. See, before when you look at them across the room, what you have to do is you have to have a little voice inside your head that goes, you're mine. I'm going to give you a chance to get to know me. Can you do that tone inside your head?
Mm-hmm.
All right. How does it feel?
Better.
All right. Do it again. A little practice won't hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want you to make this sound inside your head. I want you to go. Can you make that sound? See, it works. Look at that. Try it. Just do it on the outside first. Go. Doesn't that feel good? That's connected to your hormone system. All right, now, make that sound inside your head. All right, and look at her face, and then see her face get closer, because if you walked up to her, you would get closer. Hear yourself say, would you like to dance? In that tone of voice. You always have to have an enticing tone of voice. You go, would you like to dance? They're going to say, get away from me, scum. Or they'll give you a pity dance, and who wants a pity dance? Now, if you feel any hesitation in your internal dialogue, make that sound inside your head.
It still sounds scared to me.
Shit, it's your fucking internal dialogue, man. Change it. You're going to hear voices inside your head. You might as well make them good ones. Just the sexiest voice you can hear inside. Here, we're going to have to pause here for a minute here. We're going to have to pause for confidence identification here. Is there anything you're real confident about doing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What?
Skiing.
Skiing, all right. You don't walk up to the skis and go, would you like to take me down the hill? You know you can ski, right? Okay, when you think about skiing, right, okay, you have pictures in your mind about that. When you think about it, do you feel confident?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, I want you to stop and think about skiing. right? Then I want you to think about asking a woman to dance. Okay, now are the pictures in the same location? Go back and forth between them. Think about skiing until you feel the confidence, right? And then think about asking a lady to dance.
Yeah, the skiing seems to be out here, and the lady to dance is out here.
So one's on one side, one's on the other. How about distance?
I feel more in touch with the skiing experience.
Yeah, I'm talking about the pictures now, though.
I feel closer to it.
Okay, so it's closer. Okay. Is it more in focus? Which one's more focused?
Skiing.
Skiing one's more in focused? Okay. How about the sound?
They seem to be equal.
Okay. Now we're going to try a little trick. What I want you to do is to take the one of the woman you'd like to ask to dance. Okay. I want you to take it, I want you to pull it out to a dot, and I want you to bring it back up over here on the other side so it's the same size, same distance, same color, same contrast as the skiing. So it's in the confident position. Okay? You ready? All right. I want these to be real vivid pictures. Okay, ready? Go ahead and do it. Whoosh, whoosh. There you go. And hold the picture there. All right. When you look at it now, how do you feel?
It changed into a skiing jump.
I don't want it to be a skiing jump.
I know, that's why I got to do it again.
Keep the picture the same. Nice, beautiful woman. You're asking her to dance. She's smiling at you. You're getting green lights. You know what the green lights are? The lower lip swells a little bit.
No.
Nipples get hard. Didn't anybody ever teach you anything? Well, I can tell we're going to have to give you lessons, son. I'm going to have to take you out in the real world. See, when you look at a woman, right, from across the room, the thing is you have to notice, if they look at you and start to twirl their hair like this, right, that means yes. Okay? Especially if they look away and twirl their hair. That means come away closer. Okay? You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen these things before?
Not that I've noticed.
Okay, well, you're going to have to start paying attention here. If you don't pay attention to women, then they don't want to have anything to do with you anyway. Okay, now, I want you to go back, put the picture, I want you to put it off to a dot and you pull it up real quick so that it's as close, the same size, the same location as the skiing. You got it there? Now, when you look at it, how do you feel?
More relaxed.
More confident? Okay, well, go back and look at it. Hold it there. Now, start with the internal dialogue inside your head. Pretend you just drank a bottle of Perrier and it made you French. You take your sex organ and throw it over your shoulder. And say to yourself inside your head, she wants me. And then imagine yourself just asking her to dance. It's always nice to say what you just walk up and say, hi, this is my name. Would you like to dance? And listen to a smooth tonality. You feel confident about that? Does that feel better?
Yeah.
Yeah? Try it again. This time do it real fast. Women ain't nothing to be scared of. Who the hell scared you in it? Somebody came along and said, watch out for women. They'll get you.
They got me.
Yeah, they got me too. $3.5 million. It's worth every penny of it, though. Now, the thing is you have to think about it this way. If a woman rejects you, then all that means is that you've saved a lot of time. See, if you spend 2 hours thinking about whether she's going to reject you, you spend 2 hours having an unpleasant time. If you walk up and she says no, then you have 2 hours to go out and look for other women's. Doesn't that make a lot of sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Now, it has to make sense right here. My, we are nervous, aren't we? There's nothing to be nervous about. Now, when you ski, are you nervous?
I don't think about it.
You don't think about it. Okay. Well, I'm the same way. And I go out to lay my traps on the dance floor. There's nothing to think about. You just do it. Go ahead. Now, I want you this time, when you move that image out and pull it up, I want you to do it real quick. Till you find yourself in that state of confidence. Did you get the right picture this time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because you don't want to stick 2 poles in and jump on them on a chair. They don't like that. Till later. Okay. Now, I want you to do it 5 times. And don't move it back. Just do it the one way. Till you get that picture, and it stays there. Now, do you see yourself in the skiing picture?
No, I just see
the hills.
The hills.
Good. Okay. Do you see yourself? Then you don't see yourself also in the one of walking up and asking someone to dance.
No.
Okay, good. Real fast now. When you get the picture there, is it a movie? The skiing one a movie or a slide?
It's a movie.
Good. Then I want this other one to be a movie too. When you get there, watch the movie for a while.
All right.
Okay. Have to follow all the instructions. Sneaky clients, they're all the same. Don't forget that part. It always helps to take a breath each time you do this. I found out that the lack of breathing leads to death. Okay? Take a deep breath and go for it. Now, when you look at it now, do you feel like doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Sound like you feel like doing it. Now, what we need to do is something. When you find yourself, now I want you to imagine yourself sitting in the disco downstairs. Have you seen the one downstairs?
No.
Okay, well then imagine yourself in a different one. It'd be easier. But I thought maybe, I don't know where you're from. I saw the one down there. It's one of those worse constructed ones, the ones where you have to walk all the way across the room. Okay, I want you to imagine a place, any place. I mean, to me, I found the whole world is a good place to meet girls. The supermarket, laundromats. I found lingerie stores. It's one of the best places. And I don't know, most guys won't even go in those places. And me, I bring a picnic lunch. And I bring plenty of chocolates, too. And I go, come to me, little girl. Now, all right, imagine a place where you would be apt to meet some ladies. Where would that be? Like, do you go out dancing? Or don't dance much, but you go out dancing.
Right.
Okay. All right, now imagine a place where you'd be apt to do it. Okay. Now what I want you to do is I want you to stop and I want you to think of, normally what you would do would be to hesitate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, is there some time, for example, you must, if you ski, there must be a point, do you ever jump off a ski jump?
Mm-hmm.
There must be, like ski jumps, I know diving boards are like this, there's a point where something inside you goes, go for it.
Yeah.
You know that feeling of
right.
absolute and total, go for it. Mm-hmm. Now, what I want you to do is go back to this place where you'd be dancing. I want you to look around the room, spy a pretty lady, and the minute you see her, I want you to put it in the go for it frame.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Got it.
Do you like that feeling?
Yeah.
Now, the look on your face. Now, I want you to go ahead and imagine, take it all the way through, go up. I think just as soon as you see her, stand. That's rule number 1.
Mm-hmm.
He who hesitates, waits. I found this out. The one that sits down, by then it's too late, man. The minute she catches your eye, I want you to feel go for it and stand. The minute you see her, look around the room. You might see more than one, but the one that captures your eye, I want you to just do it and stand up and walk. Take a step. That's good. That's good enough there. Can you see her getting closer? Did you see her turn and look at you? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's the point where inside your mind I want you to go. There you go. Now, I'll tell you another trick, too. So you picked the right thing for me. I always like it when they pick something I know well. The other thing is as you walk up, when you introduce yourself, stick your hand out. When it gets just before it touches, you go, "Would you like to dance?" Because they're already part of the way up. Very sneaky, huh?
Yeah.
See, you do it this way. You go like this. You go, "Would you like to dance?" You won't get rejected all that often. You're soaking this right up, aren't you? Don't suppose you'd like to go to my flirting seminar, huh?